Now this is waec, jamb, neco, and other external exam question that we will look at together. So when you look at it, by the time you solve this together, you can solve before I solve. Then you check, compare your answer with mine if it's correct or not, because you learn mathematics by doing. It's not by just looking at then I understand what is solved, I understand this. Try do something on your own also. You pause the video, do it on your own. When you finish, compare your answer with my answer. If it's the same thing, if it's wrong, then you can try again. There's not a crime not trying. If you don't try at all, that is a problem. So let's now look at this question one after the other. The first one said, this one is even the most simplest. So to do this, I can say, so root 108, if I want to make it in perfect square, not perfect square, that should give us 36 times 3. You know, 36 times 3, this is a perfect square, this is a non-perfect square. If you multiply this, you get 108. Then the other one, this one, 125, that should give us, 125 should give us 25, 10 times 5, yes, 5 times 5, 25, 5 times 2, 10, that is, yeah. Then minus what? This should give us 25 times what? Times 3, yes, with 75. So when you multiply this, we've done this earlier, that was earlier version we did. Square root of 36 is what? Is 6. Then with what? With 3 plus square root of 25 is what? 5 with what? With 5 minus square root of 25 is also what? 5 with what? With 3. Now when you collect times, this and this one is with 5, this one would take with 3, so you can collect time doing like this: 6 with 3 minus what? Minus 5 with what? With 3 plus 5 with what? With 5. Now this one, that with 3, so you can just say 6 minus 5, that is 1 with 3, so this one is just with 3. No need to write 1 here, I told you earlier, just leave at 1, because what is there is an invisible 1. Then plus what? Plus 5 with what? With 5. So this is your final answer for this one. This one doesn't take a lot of, it's very, very simple if you know what you are doing. Now let's check the next one. This one that's supposed to multiply this together. So how do you multiply this? So you have, if I were you have 3 with what? With 5 times what? 4 with what? With 6, all over, you have 2 with 2 times what? 3 with what? With 3. So if I were to multiply this, now 3 times 4 is what? That is 12, right? That is right. 3 times 4 is 12. Root 5 times root 6 will give us root 30. You know that. All over 2 times 3, it is what? It is 6. Root 2 times root 3 will give us what? Root 6, right? Now there are two ways you can do this. You can rationalize, but fastest way, if you are given something, if it's an objective, you don't have to undergo stress, because your answer will be among the option given. So I can do like this: 6a is 1, 6a is 2. Now I told you that this root 6 can divide. Root 6 here is 1. When you divide 6 and 30, you have 5. So your final answer here is 2 root what? Root 5. When you rationalize, you still get the same answer. I'm just making it easier for you in case this particular question is in objective and not theory, so you don't have to stress yourself, because your working is not needed. Now for the next one, let me, this place is going to be enough for it, but let me just write it here. So we have, so that we can see it, 2 root 3 minus 6 over root 3 plus 3 root what? Root 27. This kind of question, expected as to be what? To be theory question. This can't be objective question, because you must show you're working. Now in this particular case, if I were you, there are two things I can do here. I can rationalize each of them, then do my final answer. So let me rationalize this one. 6 with 3, if I want to rationalize it, 6 with 3, doing it separately, I can multiply times what? Times root 3, because I'm rationalizing, times root 3. So if I multiply this, I have 6 root 3 over root 3 times root 3 is what? Is 3. 3 cancel, 3 here 1, 3 here is what? Is 2. So here you have 2 root 3. It means for 6 over root 3 is 2 root 3. Let me rationalize this also. You have 3 over root 27. I can the same thing times what? Root 27 over what? Root 27. So when I do this now, 3 times root 27 will give me 3 root what? Root 27. Now with 27 times 27 is what? Is 27. So 3 here is 1, 3 here is what? Is 9. So I have root 27 9. Now this thing I can still simplify further, because I know that my root 27 is perfect square and non-perfect square is 9 times 3 all over what? You still have 9 at the bottom, right? Now root 9 is what? Is 3. 3 root what? 3 root 3 all over what? All over 9. I can say 3 here is 1, 3 here is 3. So I have here, for this one here, I have root 3 over 3. Root 3 over 3. Oh, sorry. So this is root 3 over what? Oh, over 3. Now I can now replace all this solving I solved. This is the first one. This one here. This one is what? Is the second one. So I can replace that. I can now do like this. 2 root 3 minus 2 root what? Root 3 plus what? Plus root 3 over what? Over 3. Now 2 root 3 minus 2 root 3 is what? Is 0. Is cancelled out, because this is plus, this is minus, and divisible plus there. So root 3, so my final answer will now be what? Root 3 over what? Over 3. So that is that for this one. So let's now move on to the next one. I think this is for this. You still have more to solve. I'm just showing you. You can copy this. Let's look at another question now. I've prepared the question here. So the questions are here. Let me just snap the next one. So let's look at this one. Let me snap this two, then we look at the next two. Now we have something like this. I think this one, yes, yeah, this. So we have this. So let's solve this together. Okay, let me copy this. Now this is on my Jamboard. And this can be frustrating at times, but you just have to bear with me. Now let's move on now. Now this one now, how do you solve this? I said you solve like this, that A and B we did earlier. They said it must be in this form. Now if I were you, I can multiply this and this together. So what I'm going to do is that, let me write this question so that you see the way I'm multiplying it. Root 3 minus 5 root what? Root 2 is in brackets. So I'm multiplying it to what? Root 3 minus what? Minus root what? Root 2. Now root 3 times root 3, it is 3. I don't have to say root 9 again. You know what you are doing now. There's an invisible plus there. Plus times minus is what? Is minus. Root 3 times root 2 is root what? Root 6. You are seeing it now. Minus 5 is an invisible 1 here. Minus 5 times 1 is minus 5. Now this root times root. Root 2 times root 3 is what? Is root 6. Minus times minus is what? Is plus. 5 times invisible 1 here is what? Is 5. Then root 2 times root 2, I can just say is 2. But let me just multiply by 2. Because it's root 4, I'll still multiply by 2. You should get what I'm trying to do here. So we have 3 minus root what? Root 6 minus 5 root what? Root 6. 5 times 2, it is what? It is 10. Did you get the logic now? Now, I can minus this because this is 3 minus root 6 minus 5 root 6. I can't minus it because this one is, I'll collect like times. So this will be, I'll collect like this one is 10. This is 3. So I can say 10 or 3 plus 10, anyhow you want to do it, plus 3, so that people that don't really get, so you understand better. I don't want to do something that only the middle level and the higher level will understand. Now what I'm trying to do is that I want to collect like times 3 and 10. So it will be 3 plus what? Plus 10. Now this is minus root 6 minus 5 root 6. What should know that there's an invisible 1 here, and this have root 6 root 6. So I can say minus 1 minus 5. Minus 1 minus 5 will give me what? Minus 6. Both of them have root 6 root 6. I'll put the root 6 at the back. Did you get the logic now? Now this thing now has turned to this thing. So it means my A here is 3, my B is plus 10. So you have, this is what you have, sorry, 3 plus 10, as you can see, add this thing together, I've forgotten, 3 plus 10, that is 13, you have 13 minus what? Minus 6 root what? Root 6. So if you ask what is your A is 13, this is your A, your B is what? Is minus what? Minus 6. This is your what? Your B. You can see there is a root 6 here and there is a root 6 here. So the rules is satisfied already. Now let's move on to our next one here. Next one here, you have to solve this. So if I were you, always what, rationalize this one. So I can rationalize 10 root what, root 3 over what, over root 5. I told you anytime you have a surd at the bottom, just rationalize. And to rationalize, I'll multiply both of them by what, by root 5. So this is going to be what, root 5. So when I multiply this, 10 times the reason why is 10. So I have 10. This will give me, sorry, something's wrong. This should give me, sorry for the delay, guys. Sorry. What was this thing? So I was saying, sorry for the connection error. There was a bit of connection error there. So let's proceed now. What's happening is that it was wrong. Okay, now I'll rationalize this first. I'll do it separately to make it easier for me. Now if I rationalize this times this, 3 with 3 times root 5, that is root 15. This one will be 10 root what, root 15. If I'm right, I know I'm very right. So this is 10 times 1 is 10 with 3 times this. I shouldn't be explaining this. So good. Why is this thing misbehaving? Root 5 times root 5 is what, is 5. Just pardon me for this. There's something wrong with this thing. So 5 here is 1 and 5 in 10 is what, is 2. So it means this one here or this one here, it is what, 2 root what, root 15. So you have 2 root 15, 2 root 15 minus root 15 raised power root 15 raised power what, raised power 2. I don't want this thing to be like this. Just help me, God. Now this one, now you can minus the invisible one here, right? You know that. And 2 minus 1 is 1, right? This was what, just root 15. So just root 15, what? Root 15 squared. Oh god. So root 15 squared. So this 2 will cancel this one, right? So your final answer is 15. So that is that for that. This thing is giving us problem, but I'm going to fix it up. It's happening like this connection that is giving this problem. So let's move on. Now there's another one. Let's look at the last one here. Let me clear this off. Let's look at the last one. Now this is the last one here. So let's look at this together. So this is the last one I'm going to do here. I don't want to make the video to be longer, but it seems the service wants to start causing problem now. Okay, so let me copy this and let's paste it. But so this is what you're given. This is what we are given. So let me write if this thing is right. Okay, let's go. Now there are also to do this one, simplifying and something like this. So this is very straightforward. You are just like this. That will be 2 plus root 3. 2 plus this is plus there. All over what? We are going to rationalize root 3 times what? Times root what? Root 3. Sorry for this. Over what? Root 3. Now, when you want to multiply now, you know root 3 times root 3 is root 9. So this is 2 plus, right? Now, when you are rationalizing this thing, you want to, sorry, this is root 2, sorry. This is root 2. Sorry for this. That is what is there now. Now, root 2 times root 3, that will give us what? That should give us root what? Root 6. Come on. So, then root 3 times root 3, that will give us what? Plus 3 all over. So when you divide root 3 times root 3, that is what? That's ordinary what? Ordinary 3. Did you get that logic? Yeah, you should get the logic. Now, if I want to make this thing now, I can rewrite it as 3. You see what I'm saying now? I want to write it in this form. I can say 3 because this 3 is dividing this and this. 3 over 3 plus root 6 over 3. My god. Root 6 over 3. Oh my god. So this is 3 here. Ha, man. Sorry for this inconvenience. Please, sorry. So sorry. I'm so sorry for this. I didn't plan for this. I didn't expect this thing would be like this. This service provider. There are something else. Okay, let's move on. I'm going to find you. I don't want this video to stay long. This is 3, right? So I can divide 3 divided by 3 is what is 1. So I can have 1 plus. You see here there's an invisible 1 here. This thing means 1 over 3 root what? Root 6. That is what it means. If you understand, this is 1 over 3. It means I can 1 times root 6 is still root 6 over 3. It still translates back to this. So I just said m plus n because it means this is my m and this is my n. So m plus n will now be equals to n plus 10 will be equals to n. That will be 1 plus 1 over 3. So 1 plus 1 over 3, what will it give us? This is over 1 SCM. The SCM is what is 3, and 3 goes in 1 is what is 3. 3 times 1 is what is 3, plus 3 goes in 3 is 1. 1 times 1 is what is 1. Ah, this pen. Come on. So 3 plus 1, you should understand what it is. 3 plus 1 is what? So your final answer here is what? 4 over 3. 4 over 3, that is your final answer here. So this is that for that one. Just let me do something here. Sorry. I just hope this thing fixed up, please. It's annoying like that. It's very, very annoying. I don't want to like. Okay. It means it's this one that is remaining now. So let me copy this, paste it there. I don't like videos staying for so long. Okay. So let me set the background there. Still loading. This is load. I just hope this one just work for Christ's sake, please. Just so this is the question here. Make it up. I didn't want this thing to stay like this, but it's just sometimes what to plan may not be what's God's plan. It's God's plan. Now we have to solve this one. So how do you solve this now? We change this so I can see it clearly. Now if I want to solve this now, I can. This one is 4 times 7, that is 28. So this will be root 28 to give me 4 times 7. Seems it's getting better a little bit. Square root. Ah, God. Now plus what? This one now. When I divide this one, what will I get? That is, if I use 3 to divide, can 3 go 3 in 9? If I'm using non-perfect square, 3 in 11 is 9. 3 in 9, 10, 11. 3 cannot go here. So what else can I use here? Can I use 6? Can 6 go here? No, 6 cannot go. What of 7? Since 7 can go. If I use 112 divided by 7, 112 divided by 7. So 7 in 11 is 1, made that 4, and 7 in 42 is 6, that is 16. So it means a perfect square and non-perfect square is complete. This is 7 times what? Times 16. A perfect square and non-perfect square. This is non-perfect square. You can see the way I just did it. So once you know what you are doing, minus what? Minus k. Now 175 should give us square root of, when you use 3 to divide this thing, 3 in 17, 3 in 17 is 3 times 5 is 15. You made that 2, 3 cannot go, let's use 5. 5 in 17, it is 2, it is 3, 5 times 3 is 15. 5 in 25 is what? Is 5, that's 35. Guys, let's say root 175, what else can we use again? Can we use 15? 15 in 175, can it go? 15 in 17, that is 1, you made that 2, can 15 go into 25? No. What else can we use to divide this thing? Let me just make it 175. I'm just going to figure it out, so I don't want to waste my time. So this one will give us what? 2 what? 2 root what? 2 root 7. God. Plus square root of 16 is what? 4 root what? Root 7. Root 7 minus, oh God, minus k. So this one here, I can use, let me use 7 to divide, if 7 will go. 7 is 17, 7 times 2 is 14, right? I think should go. 7 times 2 is 14, 15, 16, 17, 6, 14, 15, 16, 17, that's 35, you made that 3. 7 35 is 5. So when you multiply 25 times 3, 25 times 7, oh my God, 25 times 7, it should give us 175, if I'm right. So it means you have 2 root 7, oh God, plus 4 root what? You should know what I'm doing here. Root 7, so minus k, then is equals to, this one will be what? 5 root what? Root 7. So if I want to make life easier for me, I can bring all those roots in one side so that I will collect like times this 7. So I'll take this k to the other side. So I will have 2 root, oh God, 2 root 7 plus 4 root 7. Then this one will come, when this one comes, it will become minus 5 root 7 equals to k. Okay, now 2 plus 4 is 6. 6 minus 5, that is 1. So everything here is also what? Equal to what? Root 7. Root 7 equals to what? Equals to what? Equals to k. So it means my k is equals to what? Equals to what? Root 7. So I think that is what is there. Or is it? Okay, sorry, it's root k. What is there is root k? Is root k? Root k. Root what? Root k. Now it means this one also here will be what? Will be root what? Root what? Root k. Root k. So because root is the root here, root can cancel what? Root. So it means my k equals to 7. I hope you understand surd now. Sorry for this inconvenience for this last one, but I'm very sure what you understand how surds work. So thank you. Please subscribe to my channel and share to your friends. Bye bye.